Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Timeless Movie Podcast, episode number 175. My name is Victor Vasquez. Appreciate you joining me on this episode and this channel where all we do is talk and discuss new movies. New movies that come out in theaters or in streaming. What we do in this podcast is we'll break it down. First half, we'll do non-spoilers, just give you a little bit of a plot synopsis, overall high-level thoughts of what we enjoyed and didn't enjoy. And in the second half, we break it a little bit more down. We go in a little bit deeper, start spoiling some stuff, and then decide, is this movie timeless? Is it something that we can see ourselves rewatching in the future various different times? Now, sometimes I'll have a specific opinion. Sometimes everybody else will have a different opinion, but that's the fun thing about it. Let's have a good community to talk about these types of movies and just kind of discuss, what did you enjoy, didn't enjoy? And if you want to voice those opinions, well, you can always follow me on any of the social media platforms like Instagram, Blue Sky, as well as Threads. On all those platforms, you can find me at Timeless Movie Podcast, all one word. Feel free to always message me. I'm always happy to kind of talk through things or, maybe bring up your own reviews and have me just kind of dissect what you thought about certain movies. And also, if you ever want to listen to any prior episodes of the Timeless Movie Podcast, well, you're in luck. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. Go check out those platforms because on those, you can actually listen to the Timeless Movie Podcast. And the last episode that we ended up covering was episode 174. We ended up talking about the movie Mercy. Chris Pratt, Rebecca Ferguson, AI, the judge of different court cases? What the heck? Is this the future? Is this almost here? Who knows? But check out that episode. That way you can hear my thoughts on Mercy. And you can also hear if I thought it was timeless. Episode 175. We got, my goodness, there's so many good things. First of all, because we got Mr. Omar Vasquez back here from his hiatus, from his vacation. He is back. Dude, the people have been calling your name, man. They've been chanting. They've been saying, Mr. Om, Mr. Om. Nice. Mostly led by me. I'm the one doing that chant. But Omar, so happy to have you back, man, from your hiatus and your vacation. How are you, man?
Dude, my movie vacation was pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, because I took 3 weeks to myself, right?
Yeah.
Kind of watched nothing, no content, no movies, no shows, nothing. I kind of thought to myself, what is timeless, right?
Nice.
I'm coming into 2026 with like a new timeless mindset.
I'm right there with you, man.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe we'll find out today on how my feelings have changed on certain movies because on today's episode, we're going to be talking about Send Help. It's a movie by Sam Raimi, stars Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. And really curious to get your thoughts, Mr. Ohm. This is your first movie. Yeah, nice callback. Do you know what movie that's from?
What?
I'm testing you.
Are you doing this for the audience? So they can know?
I want for the listeners.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That didn't answer your question.
I know. I'm waiting.
Come on, man. Predators.
Nice, Mr. Ohm.
Predator.
That's right, man. But look, maybe another resolution for me is trying to quiz you like that. Random questions here and there. Never know what to expect. Keep you on your toes.
How does that accomplish?
More fun for me. More fun for the audience, Either way, we're talking about Send Help, directed by Sam Raimi. This is his first movie since, I think, Multiverse of Madness. I want to say after I checked his IMDb. But we got to check this one out on opening night. Before we jump into it, Mr. Holm, you told me off the podcast, but I want listeners to know, what were your thoughts when you saw some of the trailers of Send Help? Give us a little bit of a breakdown of your thoughts.
Well, I mean, let me know what you think. I'm talking to you and the audience. The trailer did not look good, right? To me, it looked like a movie that was trying to be funny, but wasn't going to be. Because there was lines in the trailer that weren't funny to me. And then the story, to me, felt like it felt like it was gonna get old fast. Like, okay, it's like a good premise, but then there's gotta be like no execution. What would you do if you were stuck on an island with the boss that you hate? Oh no, you're the one in charge. All right, that's a good little thing to think about. But is it a good movie?
Can it stand an hour and 50 minutes?
Right. I didn't think it would,
Yeah.
but that's how I felt beforehand.
Nice little tease, man. We're about to find out how you really felt because let's go ahead now and dive in. Non-spoiler thoughts. Let me give you a little breakdown, talk a little about the synopsis, and then we'll give our full thoughts, or at least, non-spoiler thoughts. Like I mentioned before, this film is directed by Sam Raimi. If you don't know his work, he has made films like Evil Dead, Drag Me to Hell, Spider-Man Trilogy, and like I mentioned a little bit ago, talked about Multiverse of Madness, the second film in the Doctor Strange series. So he is back now with this survival thriller, and it stars Rachel McAdams, Dylan O'Brien. They're the main stars of the show, but we also have a couple other folks like Dennis Haysbert, Adil Ismail, and Xavier Samuel. Now, what is Send Help about? Well, Mr. Ohm kind of gave the general hook of the movie. It is essentially about this character, Linda Little. She is trying to go for promotion. She got promised a promotion. She's been working at this solutions company for many years. And then the owner is going to give the company to his son so that he can take it over. And what does the son do? The son, Bradley Preston, played by Dylan O'Brien, he ends up promoting one of his friends instead of promoting Linda. So, he actually has a choice. He actually ends up trying to maybe fire Linda, but instead he's persuaded, okay, let me bring her on a little merger going to Thailand. Let's see what she's got. And on this trip, in the private jet that they're in, they never make it to Thailand. Instead, there is a terrible plane crash, and the last two survivors are Linda and Bradley, the two people that basically hate each other the most, stranded on a deserted island. And so basically throughout the movie, you're just trying to see them work out their differences. Can they survive together? You have to find out and watch the movie. That is essentially what Send Help is about. Now that we got to check it out on opening night, Mr. Ohm, I will kick things off.
Okay.
I disagree with you about the trailer, Mr. Ohm. I should have stated that when you were talking about it, but I actually thought the trailer was pretty good. I liked that it was simple, straight to the point. I like those easy hooks that films can do.
But did you think what did you think? What did you expect coming out of the third act?
Oh, so I will agree in that I was really nervous in regards to, can they land the plane on this one? Can they execute and make it something that is satisfying for me?
Because I agree the premise is interesting.
Yeah,
I would beforehand I'll be intrigued the first two acts, but you never felt like this is gonna get old quick. How much can they do on this island? Before you saw this movie?
No, I didn't think that, and I also am an opposite of you.
I think you're still thinking of the movie though.
No.
Okay.
From the trailer, just
erase it from your mind.
Yeah,
pretend you never watched it.
I haven't. I haven't watched Send Help. I just saw the trailer. I actually disagree with you in that I thought the trailer did have some funny things.
But you think there's gonna be enough content to fill?
I guess I'm not thinking that way. That's not what goes through my mind. Well, in my mind, I'm just thinking, okay, I guess what I was thinking is, can it sustain the funny moments that it's trying to show in the trailer? And to me, I thought again, some of the jokes weren't hilarious in the trailer, but I thought it was funny.
Did you get from the trailer that it was a straight comedy?
No, I was expecting there to be twists.
Okay.
Just because also I think that comes with the bias of Sam Raimi and
you're just talking about jokes.
Yeah, well, I mean that's what stuck with me when I watched the trailer. But yeah, I wasn't going into it okay, let's see how long this will last. That didn't go through my mind.
Okay, so you liked the trailer,
but did I like the movie?
Yes,
I thought this movie was really fun, man. I had a great time watching this movie. To me, again, I'll bring it up. Not only is this movie funny, but it throws out a lot of things at the audience, and it delivers on everything. You want to laugh a little bit? Let me give you a little Dylan O'Brien and Rachel McAdams together in a scene. Oh, you want a little bit of horror that Sam Raimi's known for? Let me throw in a little bit of that. Oh, you want survival tips? Let me show you little survival tips that the Rachel McAdams character, Linda Little, can show you as well. I don't know, it just threw a lot of things, and it all worked for me. And I never got bored throughout the movie. My mind never wandered. I was always interested. And I think that's, to me, one of the bigger positives of the movie is that it just kept me engaged throughout the entire time. So I had fun, man. This was a blast for me. Mr. Ohm, now that you've watched the movie, what are your thoughts? Any different opinions from what I described? Anything else you want to add?
Different opinions to myself.
Ooh.
I was completely, I was impressed.
Nice.
And I was proven wrong. And I agree with you. There was enough content to fill the island. You know? I was worried like they were going to get there. And it's going to be like, how are they going to survive? And like funny scenes. But then what happens after that? There's enough stuff that happens after that. Because I guess the trailer didn't show who these characters truly are.
Mm-hmm.
I think the movie was paced really well.
You don't think the trailer showed these characters like their types? Like you can immediately tell like Dylan O'Brien is pretty much a dick.
Okay, Dylan O'Brien. Rachel McAdams.
Yeah.
Who's the main star and has the most screen time.
Yeah.
You can know who like she truly is.
Yeah.
From the trailer. But it's paced like you said, like you're never bored because I think it's paced like incredibly well and has funny writing. And like you said, it blends like comedy and like suspense and horror perfectly. I think it's like I haven't even seen a lot of Sam Raimi's like filmography,
other than like Spider-Man and
right. But I think this is one of his best because it blends. Nothing ever feels out of place. It just feels like perfectly right. Even like stuff that's like there's like a certain jump scare that comes out. Remember, like on the beach at nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like any other movie that doesn't fit, but here it fits it like perfectly. I was impressed.
Mr. Rome, you speaking to one of my pros that I wanted to call out, so I think this is a perfect segue.
Let's jump in.
Let's go into pros and cons. Mr. Rome, you almost said it kind of like word for word how I want to describe it, which is I think this movie nails the shifts in tones that it has in the film that other movies sometimes fail. Like sometimes movies, like when you think about like ones that want to introduce horror, humor, emotion, like maybe they'll knock off like 1 out of 3 or 2 out of 3, but it's really hard when they can really nail all 3. And like you said, this one will throw something suspenseful, something that's horror filled, something that just has a lot of like humor and like just a lot of great comedic timing, but it never feels like it's like jarring. Like it's never like, whoa. Like, why is it going in this direction? It all makes sense as you're going along the story.
Yeah.
So yeah, good call, man. I just wanted to add on to what you said. Mr. Rome, any other pros that come to your mind?
I think I'm pretty sure you're gonna have this too, but like the performances are really good.
Oh yeah, I'm right there with you.
I think Rachel McAdams, like, it's kind of tough to think who stole the show. I think it was Rachel McAdams. Maybe because her character is more has more layers. Dylan O'Brien's kind of an easy character to nail, but it's always effective.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said it already. It's like that cocky asshole character,
douchey.
Yeah, and it's like that's like might be an easy role to nail, but I think he does it so well. But I think both of their performances, I think everything was great all around. The tones, the writing, and the performances. It's like it's all great.
Mm-hmm.
But it stuck out.
Yeah, another one of my pros as well. I was gonna just to add on top of what you just mentioned right now. I think their performances are so good, Mr. Rome, that throughout the movie, like it almost takes you like on a roller coaster because like you want them to sometimes work it out, but then other times you're like, no, like this person, like Bradley, he did something bad, man. And then like you said, there's layers to Linda Little, and so you're like, you don't really know her at the beginning, and as you get to explore more of like what she's like, how she's like really a fan of Survivor, then you're like, oh, okay, what are her true intentions on this island?
And you really, it's like you root for somebody, and then you start rooting for another person, but then you start rooting for this person, and it's like this good back and forth. And then you start rooting for both of them, and then you just start rooting for none of them. It's like they handled it really good.
Yeah, nice, man. We're 2 for 2 right now on pros.
I told you this is gonna be a quick episode.
I can extend it if you want.
We're gonna start rambling. We're gonna match on it. Rambling.
Mr. Earl, the only other pro I have is, and it kind of is something that you had mentioned a little bit before, but to me, this might be a weird one. I don't know if I'm going to articulate this pro in a really good way, but just follow me here. Does this film feel like something from like the 90s or early 2000s?
Oh, you just brought up something that I was going to talk about. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if it was the way that the transitions would happen, like crossfades, like when something would happen to a character and they would, crossfade into something else, or sometimes the scenes would fade to black and then come back, or like just the writing that you're bringing up, it just has this feeling of a classic movie. But I don't know, it works. Like it makes me feel like, again, I'm watching something that, again, came out years before. And I know that 2000s doesn't sound like a long time ago, but that's 20 years already. And yeah, again, credit to Sam Raimi. He just has this skill of the way that he directs, makes this feel like a film that, again, happened many years ago, but like, no, 2026. It's just, I don't know. He nails that kind of vibe, and I don't know how he pulled it off.
Yeah, that's exactly. We're 3 for 3. That's what exactly I was thinking of. I forgot. I forgot it. I was thinking about it earlier today, but I forgot. It feels like a 2000s movie, and I think it might be the tone, because it's a fun movie, and I feel like the 2000s had fun movies in general, right? Like, remember like all these comedies like in the 2000s, like
Big Daddy or Mr. Deeds. I'm thinking of like Adam Sandler ones, but like they're like ridiculous.
Or like Judd Apatow movies.
Yes.
Or like Will Ferrell movies. You had like so many of those, and this movie kind of feels like a classic movie where there are stakes, but the movie's fun overall.
Yeah.
It's crazy how he did it. But I felt that when watching it. That's a pro for me, because it feels like an old movie, but not in a bad way. It feels like I would consider that like a compliment.
Yeah. No, I was thinking about that, and I wrote it down, and I'm like, how can I describe this? Because like I can say that, oh yeah, it's from the 90s, but like what specifically about Send Help does it make it feel like it's from the 90s or the 2000s? I think you said it really well. It's those kind of comedy movies that they're like funny premises, but they still have something else to it. Like they either have heart or they have something charming about them that just brings you in and immerses you into the story. But
yeah, and it's like it's never anything grand, Maybe that's what's changed. Like maybe nowadays movies are trying to be more and more like have a grander scale.
Do you think that they're trying to be like more epic?
Yes, yes. I think, and this one does. It never really feels like they're trapped on an island, and that's it. And then it just becomes like a character movie,
Yeah.
And it kept it like a small scale, and I think that worked.
Yeah, man, great stuff. Those are all the pros I had, Mr. Rome. So you're gonna surprise me with anything else, like?
No, dude.
Because we were 3 for 3. Maybe you have another one that's 4 for 4.
No, let's go. Let's go.
Okay. Don't speed this up, man.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be quick.
Mr. Rome, any cons on your side?
Do you have any?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm showing Mr. Rome my notebook. Cons, blank. Got nothing. So, Mr. Rome, let's transition over into the next segment, which I always like to kind of give out a recommendation. Should people go check this one out in theaters? Should they wait for streaming? Should they skip it altogether? Mr. Rome, you're the guest. What's your thought on that question? Should people check this one out immediately?
Immediately. This is directly related to the epic and the grandness of it.
Mm-hmm.
Epic and grand movies with like huge, like big stakes. They're generally more. You want to watch those in the theater, big screen and stuff. You don't really have to watch this one in the theater. I would say you do just because the movie's good. You're not gonna be bored. So I guess yes, but it's not like you're not gonna gain anything more out of it.
Yeah, I'm with you in that. I would definitely recommend people to check this one out in theaters. I think this is a good like watch just to. Again, there is horror elements in there, not too much, but I think maybe you go in for the horror or the mystery of this film, but you take away the fun jokes and the satisfying way that the movie kind of takes you on a journey in a way. So that would be mine. I would say if you have a chance, check this one out. There is a couple of graphic moments, I would say, Mr. Rome.
Yeah.
Not too much, but just a couple graphic scenes.
I would say there's a few actually.
Yeah. I guess few for me is like, 2 to 10.
A couple of it could be like 10 scenes.
Anyway, those are all of our high level.
You said a couple. I was thinking of only 1 or 2 scenes. You said a couple.
Yeah, I should have cleared that up. They could be several, I guess.
Okay.
But those are all of our high level thoughts in regards to Send Help. Let's now move over into the spoiler section of this podcast. This is where we kind of dive in a little bit deeper, talk about more of the spoiler-filled stuff of Send Help, and then we also answer the question, is this film timeless? But before we do, want to give you guys a little bit of a chance. If you don't want to be spoiled, please jump out of the podcast now, watch the movie, then come back, drop in a comment on Spotify or YouTube, or even send us an email, timelessmoviepod@gmail.com. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts about your opinions on Send Help. I rambled long enough. Hopefully that gives you enough time to go away from the podcast because spoilers are going to start right now. Mr. Rome, something new that I've been doing on the podcast for 2026 is going through a little bit of more of a kind of breakdown of some of the spoiler things that happen. That way, maybe it can kind of help me decide, or if I guess in my own mind, if I'm able to remember very clearly all these spoiler-filled things, maybe it kind of helps me decide like, oh yeah, maybe this film is timeless, or if it's something very quick, then maybe, you know what, something that I don't want to rewatch.
So what you're saying is you're still on the fence right now.
No, I have my decision on this one, but I still want to throw in some spoiler-filled moments. Okay. Essentially, this one actually, it might contradict what I just said right now as well, because I think there's enough to kind of, blow by this really fast, but I still want to call that out. We kind of mentioned in the plot synopsis, Linda and Bradley get stranded on an island. What we end up finding out as they go into it is that, and they set this up really good. At the beginning, Linda is a fan of Survivor. She has survival books. She is just a fan and has knowledge of it. And so when they get to this deserted island, she knows exactly what to do. She sets up a specific area to protect Bradley because he has an injured leg. She's able to set up camp. She's able to find food for them to eat. And so she ends up doing all this crazy stuff. But what we end up finding out is that as Linda ends up exploring the island, you end up finding out that not only is she skilled in, all these different stuff of like what to eat and what not to eat, but she also notices that there actually is an opportunity where they can escape the island. There's actually a boat that passes right by where they are, and she ignores it because she, I think, is having so much fun and is enjoying this new life and not being in an office that she's like, you know what? Maybe we never have to leave the island. And so that's one of the spoiler-filled moments that I just wanted to kind of call out that, and I think what Omar described a little bit earlier, the layers of what we get from her character. You find out that she was married a couple of years ago. Her husband actually ended up getting into an accident after, drinking and then driving afterwards. And so you get to see more of her and how she is. And then you also get to see a little bit of Bradley. So like why he is the way he is. Why is he a bit of a douche? You find out that his father never spent time with him. His mother, didn't really care for him at all. And so again, you get to see more of their characters. But the worst thing that ends up happening in this movie is that Linda seems like a good person, and she actually ends up basically murdering two people in this movie. And so again, just wanted to call those out, kind of describe this movie. But, I feel like this film, again, Omar, it does a lot to keep you engaged. It gives you a lot of, not crazy twists and turns, but I think it makes you really second guess, like, how is this really going to end? How is this going to wrap up? Who's going to survive in this movie? So I just want to call those out. Mr. Rome, anything other spoiler filled that you wanted to call out that kind of came to you or that maybe stuck with you after you watched the movie?
Like making Linda not this perfect protagonist, I think was the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
And that's what I was referring to with the trailer. The trailer doesn't show that about Linda.
Yeah.
You just like kind of see her as like, well, she's a normal person. It's like what would happen if we were on the island with our boss. Mm-hmm. That's what made me think the movie's gonna suck. But that detail is like she suddenly slowly starts becoming almost a villain because it's like it's kind of scary. She's actively not trying to leave the island. And that's like insane. So like her character starts to become more deranged, and that's like that really adds so much to the movie. That probably makes the movie. If that didn't happen, it would be kind of just like more run of the mill. Mm-hmm. But this adds like you said, twists and turns. It's like, man, what's gonna happen now? It
adds something new to like this kind of a survival movie like that, where like, oh right. Yeah, like you have a character that is skilled and can survive,
or like even like, what were you gonna say?
I was only gonna say that like I even liked how clever it was that she was so smart in how to build different things, but she was also smart enough to know that like I'm not gonna show Dylan how to actually make a raft that can get us out of here. Like
it's
what?
Like she was like a mastermind. Like she was like a villain. Like she thought of everything. I also love movies where like people are already experts. You know, that's why I hate origin stories, because like I don't want to see people learn. I want to see people be experts at. And that led to like hilarious scenes where like it would cut, and then after every cut you would see new things that she had. But like no time was passing. It was like a few seconds were passing, and then she suddenly had more and more stuff. Things. Like she was an expert at everything, and that like I'm telling, it's like details that make the movie cooler because it's more interesting.
Yes, Mr. Arm, you know what's also interesting?
What
is finding out if you think this movie is timeless. So let's segue into that, man. Mr. Ohm, you being the guest, I want to hear your thoughts first. Is Send Help a timeless movie?
Man, you know, like we've been talking nonstop about how good this movie is.
Yeah.
But suddenly it's like, is this timeless? You know? Will I watch this over and over and over? You have your answer?
I do have my answer.
What the?
You want to popcorn it over to me? Maybe I can convince you.
All right.
Sway you into the side that I'm going with.
Okay.
Mr. Ohm, I think Send Help is a timeless movie.
I knew you were going to say that.
In my opinion, I think it started with when I had that thought of this feels like a 90s or 2000s movie. I feel as soon as I thought about that, I was like, man, this feels like, again, something that could have been done 20 years ago and it still works. This could be done 20 years in the future and it still would work. And like, to me, there's so many good things. Here's a couple things that I kind of jotted down, Mr. Ohm, of why I think I would get back to it and why I would rewatch it. You kind of called it out, which is one of the funny scenes of the movie. But to me, when they're together, like Dylan O'Brien and Rachel McAdams, their characters, any one of the scenes that they were like either like butting heads was hilarious. When Bradley was trying to kind of get back on her side and she was basically having like a sushi lunch.
Yeah.
Like that scene is like hilarious. Mr. Ohm talking about like how Linda was building stuff. Every scene, she would either have a new straw hat, she would have a cup with her name on it. Like it was just...
And it just appeared out of nowhere. It was like a cartoon.
It made no sense, yet it never took me out of the story. It never took me out of like what I was enjoying about the movie. And so any one of those scenes that they were in together, which again is the majority of the movie, but just those funny scenes. Omar, when they were eating pork and they just started laughing for no reason. They were delirious, but even that was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was laughing with them, and all because she says like, "I'm bringing home the bacon," and they're eating pork. It's like when you read that, it's not funny, but it made me laugh when they were like just laughing at each other. Oh man, it was so good. Second reason why I actually like the horror elements, Mr. Ohm. You kind of alluded to one, I think, is when Linda sees the fiance of Bradley, who is the person that she actually killed over a cliff. Is that the horror element the jump scare you're talking about?
Yeah.
Dude, that was like, oh man, that was so good. And you think, I know that we haven't seen a lot of Sam Raimi's like other movies, but if you notice, even in Spider-Man, there's horror elements. The Green Goblin when
random jump scare.
And it's stuff like that. Like he infuses that so well that, I don't know, I appreciated it so much. So I think the horror added to it, if I can say, to me, one of the coolest things about Rachel McAdams is not only her performance, she always plays the love interest. What I like is you kind of called it out. She has so many layers in this movie where she's the protagonist, then becomes the antagonist in the same movie. But also what I really love, Mr. Ohm, is how she looked at the end. How her makeup was. Like she had like half
unrecognizable.
Yeah. You couldn't tell it was her. She had like mud or dirt on half of her face. One of her eyes was like basically poked in and she had blood streaming down. She looked like a creature. And yet it was so fascinating to like see what the hell she was going to decide to do with Bradley. Man, her performance, I think that's why I think I'm swayed to think that her performance was my favorite. And that's why I think I would go back. And then I think the last thing was, I honestly, leading up to the third act, I didn't know who was going to make it out. After she became the antagonist, I thought Bradley was going to be the one. They were like, they're going to swerve us. He's going to be the one. Even though he is the douchey character, he's going to survive somehow. And they still were able to surprise me. So, long-winded, those are the reasons why I think this is timeless.
Yeah, those are three long reasons. But I think they worked, you know, because I think you convinced me.
Yeah.
I think I am gonna say it's timeless.
We got him, guys.
So you're trying to like, is it like a competition to you or something?
Yeah. Just between me and myself and the audience listening, you know? Everybody listening, we got him. We convinced them.
Timeless team.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Timeless team.
To the Timeless Team. That's what we should call people that listen to the Timeless Movie Podcast. Our Timeless Team. What's up, guys?
Or if you declare the movie timeless, it's like, are you joining this timeless team?
Yeah.
And then sometimes you're like, no, I'm not joining the team.
Yeah, I'm not joining. Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, today,
Timeless Team, assemble.
I'm in the timeless team today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because everything works. I think it's like, if you think about a timeless movie, a movie you could consider timeless, maybe Wicked, that I saw like in 2024. It's one of those movies where every single thing is good, or a movie like Lord of the Rings, where the performances are good, the music's good, the visuals are good, the directing's good, cinematography's good, the costume's good. I think those movies are really like what deserve to be timeless. And I think this is one of those movies where and we even talk about set design. Everything it's supposed to be created with materials in the island. And once Rachel McAdams, once Linda starts building more and more stuff, it's all natural like resources. So like the set team actually had to build all that stuff. And so it's one of those movies where it's all coming together. Set design, directing, performances.
Everything's
timeless.
in sync.
Yeah, it's all great.
Man, dude, what a great movie, man. Hey, these are I think, correct me if I'm wrong, these are probably what you would prefer when you go see a movie, right? You want to be wrong in regards to,
hell yeah,
this trailer didn't show me anything, but boom, the movie just completely blindsides you and makes you think like, what the heck is this? Like, this is nothing for what the trailer showed me. But dude, I love these experiences too. I mean, I'm on the other side in that I didn't think the trailer was like all that bad. I thought it was pretty good. It set me up, and I was still amazed that I enjoyed it so much. So, Mr. Rome, anything else that you would want to call out in this spoiler section like that? I know I kind of called out a couple of random things, but anything else about this movie and what you enjoyed, and maybe something that we forgot to mention?
I don't think so.
Okay. I have 3 different questions I want to ask you. We can make these quick.
Three different things to bring up.
No.
I thought you bring up 3 more scenes.
Don't worry, man. We got all day that we can record this, man.
Oh.
Mr. Rome, 3 questions that I want to bring up to you. Things that I just noticed. You know me. I'm very observant, you know?
Okay.
Mr. Rome, when they went into the cave, first thing you see is a spider and spider webs. I didn't think of that. I thought about an Easter egg to Spider-Man.
Oh.
You remember when the Spider-Man movies would start and it would play the music in the intro and it would just be a bunch of spider webs? Think it was an Easter egg?
Probably.
Man, I hope so. Mr. Rome, speaking of Spider-Man, music done by Danny Elfman.
What?
You didn't see the name?
I didn't, but I didn't really hear any music.
That's what I was going to ask you, is that it didn't sound like a typical Danny Elfman type of a score.
No way.
And it makes sense, right? I mean, you wouldn't expect to hear something like very like bombastic or like very or orchestra related in a way, because it's deserted island. You would expect it to feel more of like a horror or like Survivor kind of a sound, whatever that sounds like. But to me, it didn't sound like a Danny Elfman type of a score.
I don't remember any music.
Yeah.
Do you?
No, not. I had to listen to it on Spotify to like actually remember some of the sounds that I heard. But no, I felt like it was, especially in very intense moments, it felt like you were just hearing the deserted island, like just that.
Yeah.
But last thing I wanted to call out, Mr. Ohm, does it bother you when people are washed up on shore and they get woken up by a wave? Because that happens to Linda Little, played by Rachel McAdams. The wave wakes her up, right? Here's the thing, though. I've been to too many beaches, right?
Okay.
Why are we seeing the first wave that's waking her up, or are they signifying that, hey, like the shore and the waves hasn't reached her yet, and this is the first like water that actually hits her face to wake her up? I've noticed that in movies like Inception, when you have Leo in the water and then boom, the wave hits him and he wakes up, and then maybe a couple of other movies that I can't really remember right now. Don't you think that that they've probably been hit by the wave multiple times? Why is it that one wave right there? Is that ever something that crosses your mind?
Never.
Oh,
I didn't even notice it in this movie.
Oh, okay.
But but I'll answer your question. Maybe you're asleep, right?
Yes.
Let's pretend you're in your bed. Your alarm goes off, or like somebody's calling your name. I don't know if it's happened to you, but somebody's called my name before, and I hear my name, or somebody calling to me in my dream, and they're calling me and calling me and calling me, or like my alarm or something, and then until finally I wake up and it's like, oh, it's actually real life.
So you're saying that in this example, maybe the wave is in their
dreams, and we only see the final wave that finally wakes her up.
Good call, Mr.
What about that?
I like that. I like that. You've convinced me to now accept that scene right there. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, just something I noticed. Like I always like picture that, and I'm like, are we seeing like the wave barely reach her, or are we just assuming that the waves hit her multiple times in the face, but this is the one time that
So you noticed? So you were thinking that when that was happening?
Maybe for a second, yeah. Like maybe for a few seconds,
okay.
Not the whole movie,
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, let me know what you guys think about those 3 questions, and if you want to answer those, hey, put those in the comments as well. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts in regards to Send Help. More importantly, apart from those questions, we want to hear from all of you. If you've checked out Send Help by Sam Raimi, well, again, leave a comment, leave an email as well on the timelessmoviepod@gmail.com. Let me know if you enjoyed this movie as much as me and Omar, and if you thought this film was timeless. Mr. Om, we got through the first episode for you of 2026, my friend. How do you feel after this episode?
First episode, first timeless.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to go every episode I review is to be timeless.
Man, is that a guarantee?
Guarantee.
Oh, man. Dude, you're setting the bar pretty high, man.
Guarantee.
Nice. We really need to get sound and soundboards, like something like that.
Dude, man.
Yeah.
That should be your 2026 upgrade.
Well, don't worry, man. This is barely the first episode of 2026, so we got plenty of time.
Oh, no, not for you.
Yeah, I know, but for you when you come on, I'd rather leave it special for when you come on these episodes, It doesn't make sense for me to use a soundboard by myself. So, either way. Mr. Om, I can't thank you enough, man, for coming on, talking about movies, talking about Send Help with me. I hope you had a great time.
Send this podcast out.
Nice, man. Well, guys, this has been episode number 175 of the Timeless Movie Podcast. This has been Omar and Victor Vasquez. Make sure to check out our next episode. That way you can hear our full thoughts about a new movie that comes out in theater or in streaming. And more importantly, you get to hear whether we think it is timeless. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll talk to you guys later.